Senate Democrat leader Chuck Schumer recently decreed that the U.S. Senate will no longer enforce its unwritten dress code requiring business attire. Well, this paves the way for Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman to basically slouch into the chamber in gym shorts and a hoodie. Many suggest it represents yet another coarsening of our society. This comes even as a report from King's College in London reveals that U.S. adults are least likely of nearly 24 countries surveyed to say good manners matter. Joining me now to discuss this is Jill Garner. She is an accomplished speaker, education expert, author, and founder of Manners of the Heart, an organization confronting incivility in our society. Jill, welcome back to Washington Watch.
Hello, Tony. Glad to be here.
So let's talk about, first, let's address this issue about dress. Does dress and decorum actually matter? Is it important?
I believe that it is. Of course I do. It does matter for a couple of different reasons. One, the way we choose to dress shows our respect for others or our lack of respect for others. It shows our lack of respect for the place, for the position, whether we're talking about the floor of the Senate or whether we're talking about going to our house of worship, whether we're talking about going to a school, any place of business. It shows really what our level of respect, and like I said, our level or lack of it.
Right.
Either way.
I mean, I remember as a kid when we would even go out, I'm 60 years old. I can remember as a kid dressing in a suit and a tie when we would go out. I mean, you would see people, and we look back pictures, family pictures, going to the state fair in suits. I mean,
yes.
we've seen a and I'm all for jeans at the appropriate time, shorts, especially in South Louisiana where it's really hot.
Right.
But there's a time and a place.
There is a time and a place. And like I said, so often, you know me well, and so often I always say it's a heart issue. This is a heart issue. It's an attitude of the heart, right? And that's the attitude of respect.
Right.
And as I said, it's showing a lack of respect for others and for the position when we refuse to bend a bit and hold a higher standard. It's
selfish, isn't it?
It's totally selfish. And when we refuse to raise the standard, how can we ever ask kids to raise their pants?
Right.
How can we,
exactly.
Right? How can we ever expect more of our children and expect a level of excellence when we are settling for something so much less?
Well, and this ties into the other topic, and I thought about you and I read this article from King's College in London that reported on manners worldwide, that the United States actually ranks at the very bottom of the 24 countries surveyed in saying that manners actually matter. That's right at the heart of your ministry.
It's completely at the heart. And something that we've really lost is that manners truly are the foundation of morals. Right? If we are teaching children how to respect others, if we are teaching others to put the needs of others ahead of themselves, then what we really are instilling in children is the foundation upon which they can build their moral decisions.
Right.
And when we let go of all of this, all the way from the common courtesies to the yes sir and the no sir, when we let go of all of these, what many people consider little things, as evidenced by the survey, the report, when we let go of that, why would we expect to have a higher standard of morals? And as we lower these standards, all of the statistics are going in the wrong direction.
Right.
I mean, there's proof.
One of the things that really fascinated me here was that U.S. adults were at the bottom when it came to whether or not they thought it was important that children in the home actually were obedient. I mean, so we're basically raising lawless kids in the home so that they can go on the street and be lawless, which is exactly what we see. So, folks, I want you to take the poll, text poll to 67742. Do manners matter? Do manners matter? Does decorum and dress still have a place in the 21st century? So Jill, very quickly before we run out of time, this is an important issue. It's not being taught in society, not really in our schools. It really comes to parents to teach manners. Tell folks how they can find out more about this through your ministry.
Yes, it does. They can visit mannersoftheheart.org. to find out more information about all the different things that we offer, from parenting books to training. We have a lot of resources available on the website. They can also visit jillgarnercontent.org, which is another place that has a particularly abundance of parent resources, because it's true. Parents are the first responders when it comes to
This was very much William Wilberforce.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It was a revitalization of manners
Yes.
that really turned the English society around.
Yes, yes. And manners, as I say, defined as an attitude of the heart.
Right.
That's self-giving, not self-serving. There's etiquette, that's rules of etiquette.
Right.
But manners is something much larger. It's the attitude behind the action.
We can't have civility without it.
No, we cannot. And aren't we proving that every day?
We are.
We're proving it. We're living in it.
And so but we're not pursuing the answers.
No, we're not. We have the answer.
It's
We
very
have
simple.
the answer. It is very simple. The more we try to complicate finding answers to the problems that we have, the only further we complicate the problems,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, we compound it.
It compound it on when the answer is so simple. It comes back down to truly to the content of the heart, whether it's good, bad, or ugly,
Right.
whether it's full of respect or not.
Jill, once again, that website.
Yes, mannersoftheheart.org.
All right, folks, visit it. If you didn't get that, go to tonyperkins.com. We've got a link up there. Great stuff. Highly recommend it. And you know what? They're not doing it in society, but we can do it in the home, and our children can be ambassadors for civility. Jill, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for
All right.
being